you all some of the things about this particular scene. And I'm going to center on this clip a little bit, this one particular picture. You can kind of see that the tables have been turned at this moment in the film. Deckard is no longer the hunted, or the hunter, he's the hunted. And at this point, the replicant is successful. And if it was all about vengeance, he would have just let the Blade Runner fall to his death. That would have been the end of the movie. He would have died, and then shortly afterwards, Blade Runner, or the replicant would have died, and it would have been the end. But that's not what happens. What happens instead is he looks at the position that he's put Deckard in, and he sees that now he is in a true state of fear, and he's in a true state of, basically an unnatural type of slavery, where he's in a true bondage. So he looks, and this is actually the point where his entire facial expressions kind of change, and it's a dark scene, and the clip is dark as well, but you can see in his eyes themselves, and even his facial expressions in his mouth, kind of smiles. He's not smiling per se just because he's won. He's smiling because now this individual understands him. He understands where he came from. He understands what's going on. So now this person can truly empathize with him. He can actually understand what he's talking about. He's not just, in an academic setting of, fear as just an idea. It's fear. It's truly there. And he saves him, and he tries to show him the other things where he was also feeling those type of emotions. He talks about, the destruction of the ship and seeing the sea beams on Tannhauser's Gate. And that really creates a bond between the two of them. And he's allowed to enter into that other community. And both of them join the city, and both of them become citizens through that exchange. And at the end of the movie, depending on which version you're watching, because they have two different endings and four different versions of the film, it extends into that. There's another replicant, and they're actually, Deckard and her do try to formulate some sort of a community around that idea. So, as a political science major, I'm going to try to also hint on a little bit of the public policy application to something of the knowledge of empathy being a criteria. And society has to utilize its laws and just in our own interaction with each other to encourage that type of empathetic attitude. And the recent tragedy in Boston, I think, actually can show a good example of this occurring. Actually, this morning, I was on Twitter, and there was a tweet by someone that I'm following, and it said, when you mess with Boston, they shut the entire city down to hunt you. So they shut down the entire city, at least according to this particular individual, so that they could find the person who hurt their city. Because they might not know the people who were dead, they might not know the families that were directly affected, but they messed with the whole city. You mess with one member, you mess with us all. And that's really tragic events like that really show and really serve as a good experience to create that. And I'm running low on time, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the question